have the microphones from the live streaming here, so don't discuss the intimate details. You can see your club loud and not come out live on the live streaming, so don't take off the coat or concentrate on that. What are they?
Right, there we go then. Warm-ups all completed. We are minutes away from action at the South East Short Course Masters 2025. Thank you for being with us. I'm sure you're aware this is all streamed live online too to a worldwide audience. So just be careful where you're getting changed because there are cameras all over the place. Hope you've enjoyed your warm-ups. We're going to kick off at 9:35 on the official start time. And we're going to go with the mixed 400 meter IM, 2 heats in that competition. Then we have the 200 freestyle. And in this morning session, also 100 back, 100 breast, 100 free, 50 backstroke, 50 breaststroke. And we end the session with the 200 butterfly. So 13 events in total, and then from this afternoon we go again, warm up at 1 scheduled and start at 1:45. And then late this afternoon into the evening, our teams championship as well, all the 4x2s, 4x1s and 4x50s. That's always good fun and busy on the boom as well. What I'll try and do, if I can multitask, is if you've got friends or family watching, or if you are watching online, drop a message. Let me just see if the chat box is open. Yes, it is. Fantastic. So if you want to leave a message in the chat, if you are watching the live stream, then feel free to do so, and I will try and read them out at the right time, which is sometimes a challenge. So let me know who you're supporting, where you're watching from, and ideally what heats and race they're in, so I can try and read them out at the right occasion. And I'll plug my phone in so it stays alive for the entire session as well. Made that mistake before. So we have our officials starting to make their way to the side of the pool. I can see referees. We are also, by the way, seeking, let's call them full-time volunteers. If you want to get involved more with South East Swimming, please let us know, because we'd be very, very keen to speak to you. Even today, I think we need a couple of people on the medals table. So if you have loads of spare time, let's say you've come to watch, and your loved one is swimming 2 races that are 4 hours apart, and you want to do something with those 4 hours and be really productive, let us know, and you can help us on the medal table or elsewhere. Swimming regions all across the UK are always looking for new volunteers on short and long-term basis. Learn a new skill, give back to the swimming community. Right. I think we're pretty close to racing because it's 9:35. Oh, and here we go. Here's the shouts of support already. Excellent. We like those. We like this. Best looking timekeeper in the world, apparently. Wow. Cool. We have some swimmers. You can see now that team event later when there's 32 swimmers on that boom, along with timekeepers and turn judges, etc. It does get very, very busy. Plenty of smiles down there too. This is all fun. Here we go then. Welcome to the Swim England South East Short Course Masters 2025. It's session number 1, event number 1, heat number 1. It's the mixed 400 metre individual medley. We are underway in 2025. Good luck to everybody taking part in every single event, every single heat. Whether you're here for fitness or to win a gold medal and everything in between, we wish you the best. Taking part in heat number 1 from lane number 1. I'll just check that all 8 are here. They are excellent. Paul Reynolds for Faversham in lane number 1. That's on the far side if you're watching online and in the main gallery. Mark Franklin for Southdown Trojans is in lane number 2. Laura Lopez Bonilla for Dover Lifeguards in 3. John Darby, City of Oxford in 4. Bridget Bewick for Bracknell in 5. Amanda Heath for Spencer in 6. Carly Moon for Tonbridge in Southern. And Martin Greenbank for Wey Valley is in lane number 8. We will have 2 heats of our opening event. We do, as we move through the session, have events with a lot more heats than this, but this is for the hardy folk. This 400 IM. So a full 16 taking part. And I've turned away for barely 10 seconds. That's a massive lead for Mark Franklin, absolutely storming through. On the outside, going well in 8. It's Martin Greenbank. Now, what I don't have is qualifying times. It's always handy. I'll try and get some for the next session, possibly. Gives us a good insight into what to expect. Often those entry times are season's best or even lifetime best occasionally. Mark, first man on to the breaststroke. Joined by Martin Greenback in 8, and our first lady, Carly Moon, in 7. Not far back in 5, Bridget Bewick. Well, it's all a very good atmosphere at poolside. Plenty of fun. Plenty watching online too. Thank you for joining us. It is a really full day. And the first man onto the final stroke is the South Downs Trojan, Mark Franklin. Side by side now in 7 and 8, Carly Moon and Martin Greenbank. Now we do have, of course, the in-venue scoreboard, or you're lucky enough online as well to see those live scores coming through, or live positions, I should say. Bridget Berwick, second lady, and fourth in the water. Of course, all these, I won't go into on every single race, the different age groups as well, but with a mixed race, and 8 people, you could effectively have, and quite commonly, see all 8 competitors not directly swimming against each other, all in their own categories and age groups. First swimmer home, well done to Mark Franklin, 5:37.03. We will then look towards the near side of the pool where there's a lovely little tussle here between Carly Moon and Martin Greenbank. They've been side by side throughout. Carly Moon is going to get a first lady, and Bridget Berwick will take second. They are in different age categories. 6:14 for Greenbank and 6:17 on the button for Carly Moon. And in 5, Bridget Berwick, 6:24.75. Amanda Heath, 6:32. Swimming for Spencer Swimming Club. Paul Reynolds in lane 1 for Faversham. He'll go back out one more time, as will in 3, Laura Lopez Bonilla. If you're on social media today and posting about the event, please do use our hashtag, which is SERMasters25. Love to see the conversations. Who you're supporting. Again, put those chats in on the YouTube box. And Laura Lopez Manila will close things out on heat number 1 today for Dover Lifeguard Club with a 7:47. Well done, everybody. This is heat number 2. Taking part in heat 2. In lane 1, Amelia Greenbank for Way Valley. In 2, Kieran Elif for City of Oxford. 3, Morvan Adams for Guildford City. In 4, Dylan Conway for Teddington. In 5, Martinus Marks representing Crawley. Fleur Turner for Basingstoke in 6. Thomas Dobricki for Didcot and Barramundi in 7. And Jess Graham for Kingston Royals is in lane number 8. And absolutely storming through the water, Dylan Conway in lane number 4, closely followed by Martinus Marks of Crawley. And lane 3, Morvan Adams, she representing Guildford City. So 6:14 was the winning time from heat 1. That's Mark Franklin, and he was in the Vet 55 category. I must say this heat is the less experienced in life, shall we say, competitors. Conway and Marks are really having a good go at this. .218 and 220 to halfway. This is our longest event of the competition too, in fact. Only 400-metre event we'll have today. Coming up shortly in the mixed 200 freestyle, 9 heats in that one. And these boys are absolutely flying, aren't they? Leading the girls is Morvan Adams, the Guildford City, and then we have Fleur Turner representing Basingstoke. I tell you what, these teams, I've just been given a list of all the teams being represented, and it's absolutely massive. So many wonderful clubs in the southeast region. And now we go freestyle swimming for the boys at the front. Onto their final 100 metres. Of course, the benefit of this being streamed online today is that it's not just live. Of course, it will be available to watch back as many times as you like, if you so wish. And if you're in the venue looking for that channel, just go pop onto YouTube app and look for Swim England South East Region. Click on the channel and then look at the live video that's playing right now. So a win for Dylan Conway in a superb 4:41.83. Martinus Marks 4:57. Anything sub 5, absolutely fantastic. Next should be Morvan Adams. First female home in 5:14.37. Well done, Morvan. Then comes in Flirton at 5.25 for Basingstoke. In 7th, Thomas Dobricki, 5.31. And we'll steadily tick them off now. In 8th, Jess Graham. Well done, Jess, 5.41.28. And then we have Kieran Elif and Amelia Greenbank are going to be our last two home. All the fives for Kieran, 5.55.01, representing City of Oxford. And then we'll welcome youngest in the event, just 18, Way Valley's Amelia Greenbank. Excellent, 6.16.60. That is event number 1. Just a couple of heats, all done and dusted. Up next, event number 2, the mixed 200-metre freestyle. This is heat number 1. Off we go, 9 heats in our second event. 200 free. And here's a fun fact. Between the youngest and the oldest in the pool, there is 72 years. Wow. In lane 1, Jane Asher for King's Cormorant. In 2, Caitlin Trevor for Kingston Royals. In 3, Alison Cowie for Basildon and Phoenix. In lane 4, Claudine Day for Redhill and Reigate. Carl Reitzenbeck for King's Cormorant in 5. In 6, Catherine Hartle for City of Sheffield. And in 7, Nicholas Crew for Medway Maritime. So if anybody's new to Master Swimming and you've heard the words Sheffield or Basildon there, you've gone, hang on a second, that doesn't sound like southeast to me. It's absolutely fine, understandable entirely. Once our southeast teams have all done their entries, we then open it up to a wider audience. So you will see teams from right across the country. in front in 5, just Carl Reitenbach. One of 2 King's Cormorants. He's a teammate of Jane Asher in lane number 1. And 6 and 7 leading the chase. Catherine Hartle and Nicholas Crew. So no lane 8 this time. Carl Reitenbach, 3:01, just side 3 minutes. You'd have loved to have hit that, I imagine. Likewise, Catherine Hartle, 3:03, only a couple of tenths ahead of Nicholas Crew. And Claudine Day, Alison Cowie and Caitlin Trevor. And in lane 1, any southeast swimmer will be very aware of this lady, Jane Asher. Still competing regularly, and now at the age of 94. Like, that is incredible, isn't it? 94 years of age and still competing regularly at these Masters. It's brilliant stuff. Well done, Jane. Another superb swim, 4:37.85. Big smiles too. Excellent. I wonder if she's in the 200 fly later. I'll check. So 1 down in the mixed 200 free, 8 to go. And then all these events should get quicker and quicker. We go to the 100 meters after this. First of all, the backstroke. Got some freestyles in here, some breaststrokes. First of all, though, this is heat number 2. In heat number 2, from lane 1, we have Tiggy Wood for Lewis, Stephanie Kemp for Eastbourne in 2, Daniel O'Connell for Erith and District in 3, Helen Andrews for South Downs Trojans in 4. In lane 5, Roger Startin for Dover Lifeguard Club, Timothy O'Brien for City of Southampton in 6, Seagulls, Viv Jones in Southern, and King's Cormorant David Champ in lane 8. This is looking like a much closer affair. Got to be a leader though. Daniel O'Connell right now. 1:17.67. Half a second back to David Champ, then Viv Jones, Stephanie Kemp, Roger Startin and Timothy O'Brien, Helen Andrews and Teggy Woods. Don't forget you can also use the warm-up and warm-down pools either end of the competition pool. So if you feel the need to get a couple of lengths in, or half length, let's say, across the pool before competing or afterwards, please do. Plenty taking advantage of that already. David Champ moves into first place, just ahead of Daniel O'Connell. The leaders swapped around. And Daniel has dropped down to fourth behind Viv Jones and Stephanie Kemp. Did he go out too hard? Looks like it. All the excitement of competition. Don't get carried away. So it is the outside laner, David Champ, who is in control of heat number 2. Well done, David. 2:46.43 for the King's Cormorant. Viv Jones, 2:50.52, representing Seagulls. And in your top 3, also Stephanie Kemp, 2:51. No less than 6 times sub 3 minutes. Well done, everybody. This is heat number 3. Now, I have asked for people to send messages in if you're watching online. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're supporting. And Connor Francis has been in touch. I'm watching the live stream and I'm supporting Kingston Royals and I'm watching it from my car. Okay, that is not quite what I meant, but thank you for being so honest. Let us know where your car is in the country. Maybe you're in the car park here at K2, who knows? Right, in heat number 3, from lane 1, Paul Bruce for Chichester, Tracy Anstis for Dover Lifeguards, Gail Henry for Portsmouth North Sea, Kate King for Wickham District, Lizzie Guinea for Didcot and Barramundi, Nikki Ludgrove for Royal Tunbridge Wells Masters, Anthony Corbin for South Downs Trojans, and Elizabeth Shaw representing Otter. And setting a blistering pace at the front, Lizzie Guinea. And she is not slowing down either. So we've seen some very good times so far, but none as good as Lizzie Guinea. 2:23.07, fantastic. Really special, well done. The Didcot and Barramundi star. Second place, 2:37, Nikki Ludgrove. Just back, Gail Henry. They're representing Royal Tunbridge Wells and Portsmouth North Sea respectively. And then the rest all come flurrying in. Anthony Corbin, Elizabeth Shaw, Tracy Anstis and Kate King. This is heat number 4. Heat number 4 of 9. From lane 1, Louise Brass for Medway Maritime. In 2, Harriet Wharton for Teddington. In 3, Alison Fordham for Bishop Stortford. Zoe Hasty in 4 for Rushmore Royals. Richard Pavitt for Bracknell in 5. Noala Muir-Cochrane for South Downs Trojans in 6. In 7, Karen Jendin for Bracknell. And in 8, Dave Pethers for Basildon and Phoenix. Well, this one's a little bit more nip and tuck than we've seen in our opening 5 races today already. Karen Jendin and Richard Pavitt will pretty much share the lead. At the halfway stage, and very much involved Dave Pethers down at the bottom of your screen, or if you're in the venue in the gallery, that would be your bottom side. And then on the far side in 1, Louise Brass. They're your top 4. Although the 3 collectively on this near side leading the charge towards a win in heat number 4. Neither of them are going to be directly competing against each other, different categories and age groups. But the pride of a heat win is always a little bit special. You can only beat those that are directly in front of you or next to you. And it is Karen Jendin who has moved into the ascendancy in the pink and purple swimsuit. Going to get chased down by Richard Pavitt all the way towards the wall. However, she will hold on. Well done, Karen, 2:27.54, great stuff. And the top 3, all under 2:30. But it's the Bracknell swimmer that takes the overall win in the heat. Richard Pavitt and Dave Pethers win their respective age groups. And Louise Brass on the far side, 2:32. She'll do likewise in her own age category over there. Official results are in. This is heat number 5. in lane 1 in heat 5. Representing Beckenham, Nicola Miller. In 2, CP Masters, Laura Kerrigan. In 3, Nicola Bushell for City of Canterbury. In 4, Mark Strakosh for Berkhamsted. In 5, James Bradford for Bracknell. Steph Barron for South Downs Trojans in 6. Oh, they get a good cheer every time, don't they? In 7, Laura Fenwick for City of Oxford. And in 8, Kira-Louise Hansford, also for the City of Oxford. CP is Crystal Palace Masters. James Bradford has started well for Bracknell. As a trio behind him. In fact, make that 4. Because in lane 1, Nicola Meller's going very nicely. I was looking at Kira-Louise Hansford, Laura Fenwick and Steph Barron. And they are the top 5. Those 4 behind James Bradford. Go out and back one more time. We've already seen several sub-230s. Seen some cracking times. Still got plenty of heats to come in our 200 free. And this is a great comeback from Laura Fenwick. She might take the win here, actually. She does, wow, by 1400. Well done, Laura. City of Oxford swimmer takes the overall win in heat number 5. Just ahead of the long-time leader, James Bradford. 3rd place was Kira-Louise Hansford, her teammate. So Oxford taking 1 and 3 in heat 5. This is heat number 6. Here we go again. From lane 1, Javengis Boutans representing Bracknell. Chris Proctor for Barnet Copthorne in 2. In 3, Tom Parry for South Downs Trojans. In 4, Sam Batchelor representing Hastings. In 5, South Downs Trojans again, this time Sorrel Kenny. In 6, Gary Dressel for Farnham. In 7, Martina Cambluzzi for Winchester. And in 8, Richard Reed representing Alton and District. So you will see that as these heats go on, they will get closer and closer. All of them seeded from entry times. They'll also get quicker naturally too, but the competition from front to back should shorten somewhat. Halfway lead, 104. Wow, for Chris Proctor. 56-year-old for Barnet Copthorne. In the middle lane, Sam Batchelor representing Hastings. Those two looking to be the men to beat in here. On the near side. doing his best to lead the pack. Behind the front two is Richard Reed, the Alton and District swimmer. They will go out one more time. Looking good too, Martina Cambruzzi for Winchester. She's stuck between Richard Reed and Gary Dressel, but she will lead those two chaps and take overall third into the last 25 metres. That's a great fight down there, isn't it? Sorrel Kenny's involved in that too. But leading from start to finish, Sam Batchelor in 4, and it'll be a new fastest time for the event, 2:16.89, well done. And congrats to Martina Cambruzzi, taking second in 2:18 by 600ths of a second only from Gary Dressel. Fantastic heat. This is heat number 7. Into our final 3 heats. And I have had a lovely message come in on the YouTube chat from Vicky Radielli. I'm watching my brother Giacomo compete. She's watching from Bath, and her parents are also watching from Italy. See, international audience here, folks. You're swimming in front of the world. Please wish him the best of luck from all of us. We're all cheering him on. Well, he is in lane number 1 in heat number 7, representing AC East London. In 2, Stephanie Selsby for Thanet Swim Club. In 3, Matt Nash for City of Southampton. Neil Morton for Kidlington. Joining him in the centre lane ropes, Tilly Loney in 5 for Dorking. Russell Clash for Basingstokes. Peter Walczynski for King's Cormorant in Southern. And Stevie Butler for Rushmore Royals is in lane number 8. In front at halfway stage is in lane 3, Matt Nash for City of Southampton. Hot on his tail, Stephanie Selsby and Giacomo Raggielli. All happening on the far side. We come inside to lane 4, Neil Morton is heading the other 5 lanes. So these getting so quick now, already into our last 50 metres out and back. And the top 3 is looking stronger and stronger. Nash, Selsby, Raggielli. And Matthew Nash and Giacomo Raggielli are actually in the same age category, so that is a direct race. As Raggielli moves into second place, but Matthew Nash, he's looked strong from the very first metre. He'll push it all the way towards the wall. Well done, 2:14.59. Raggielli, 2:15.41, less than a second between the top 2, and Stephanie Selsby, first female home in 2:16.94. Stevie Butler, third overall, down the bottom, 2:16.82. I can hear the cheers from Europe. This is heat number 8. From lane 1, Laura Hibbard representing Hillingdon. Derek Hutton for Dover Lifeguards. Paul Allen for Boston. Alex Espinassi for Basingstoke. In 5, Chris Millard for Medway Maritime. Enz Candler for Dorking in 6. Bryn Hughes for Basingstoke in 7. And Andrew Brooks for Greenwich Royals in 8. Once again, we have 3 that we can count on as our leaders, led by Chris Millard, 1:35 to halfway, then Andrew Brooks and Bryn Hughes. Paul Allen makes it a front 4 from lane 3. And this is a very comfortable and solid looking swim from Chris Millard, 2:09.39. Well done, sir, for Medway Maritime. Andrew Brooks takes second, 2:11.67 down the bottom for Greenwich Royals. And Paul Allen, 2:11 for Boston in 3. Looking a little bit out of breath, so he should. And this is heat number 9. Last heat of event number 2. In the water, lane 1, Spencer Turner for Basingstoke. Andrew Tigvika for AC East London in 2. James Wardle for Kenilworth in 3. In 4, Mark Tuddenham representing Woking. James Blaby for Maidenhead in 5. Harry Robinson for Otter in 6. Hugh Jones for Bracknell in 7. And Chris Harbour for City of Oxford is in lane number 8. So how quick can we go? This should be the fastest heat. We've seen already sub 2:10, which is pretty rapid. Mark Tuddenham and James Blaby, side by side, stroke for stroke. Just back is James Wardle and Harry Robinson. So this is the way like it should be on paper. The central 4 lanes will be the 4 quickest. It doesn't always work out that way. Tend to see it more often in the later heats, as we are right now. And this has been a great fight between these two. 156s for the pair, 0.3 of a second between them. That's superb swimming for heat number 9. Well done, chaps. Harry Robinson and James Wardle, the second pairing home. Andrew Tigvika and Hugh Jones, 5th and 6th. Before Spencer Turner and Chris Harbour. That is our second event completed. Up next is going to be the open male 100 backstroke. Here we go, event 3, open male 100 back. This is heat number 1. Just going to be 4 heats in event number 3. We'll then see the female 100 backstroke, of which there are 5 heats. So we're going to get 900 backs in total across the 2 competitions. In heat 1, Paul Sims representing Barnes, he's in lane 3. In lane 4, Roger Billing for Guildford City. In 5, Keith Parkin for Barnet Copthall. And David Sheed in lane 6 is not on my start sheet, but he is clearly in the water. And he is representing, I think that has got to be Lewis, isn't it? LEW, yes. Lewis Swimming Club. Just a reminder, as we go through the session, you can use the pools at either end of the main competition pool for warm-up and swim down. No lane rope, so please keep your eyes open, just be sensible. No diving. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? 1:33.22 for Keith Parkin. Just back is David Sheed by 0.4446 of a second. And Roger Billing wins the battle of the 80-year-olds against Paul Sims, representing Guildford and Barnes, respectively. This is heat number 2. Taking part in heat 2, Godfrey Admonds for Spencer, Richard Pavitt for Bracknell, Simon Haller for Royal Tunbridge Wells Masters, Alan Parkins for Crawley Home Club, James Bradford for Bracknell, Graham Allison for Redhill and Reigate, Sean Herdman Grant for Basingstoke, and Richard Gardner, another member of the Royal Tunbridge Wells Masters team. Now, these don't take long at all, do they? In Southern, looks to me like Sean Herdman Grant, you can take it by half a body length. 1:13.06 before Richard Gardner and James Bradford. Look at this, 1:13, 1:14, 1:15, 1:16, 1:17, 1:18. Oh, we just missed the 19, and we would have had the full bingo card. So well done to Sean from Basingstoke. This is heat number 3. It's Team Spencer in lanes 1 and 2 with Matt Taylor and John Fitzgerald. Basingstoke's Nick Skinner in 3. King's Cormorant, Jan Eric Che in 4. Team Anglia's Andrew Squires in 5. Mid Sussex Adam Harper in 6. Woking's Michael Hodgson in 7. And City of Oxford's Andrew Higgs is in lane number 8. Looking good for John Fitzgerald. Just needs to tick off these last couple of strokes. 1:06.02 for our Spencer athlete. Michael Hodgson and Andrew Higgs in 7 and 8 round out your top 3. This is heat number 4. Another nice message in on the YouTube chat for Sam, who is one of our Hastings Seagulls. So Arthur and Ralph are watching from Hastings, and they're supporting their dad, Sam. Thank you, Gemma. So you keep those messages coming in. I will read out as many as I possibly can. In Heat 4, Matt Rogers for Otters. Alexander Edge and Adam Toy, both for Portsmouth North Sea. Joe Northover for Camden Swiss Cottage. Caden Yates Smith for Royal Navy. Kevin Pickard for Brighton Dolphins. Liam Small for Basingstoke. And Harry Robinson is our Otter. Look at that, already done. 58.86 for Matt Rogers. Excellent swimming, really, really good. Wow, first man and only person sub 60 seconds. Joe Northover, 500th of a second outside. And Liam Small, 101. Top stuff all round. Well done, guys. We're going to go back to the female competition. And this is event number 4, the female 100 backstroke. 4 heats. This is heat number 1. Southern taking part in heat number 1. 6 in fact, from lanes 2 to Southern. Taking part from lane 2 then, Marianne Davey representing Crawley, Rose Dudney for Mid-Sussex, Amanda Doyle for King's Cormorant, Linda Rees for Ruislip, Kathy Bidnall for Mid-Sussex, and Hoda El Reedy representing Spencer. And wow, this one, now, there are going to be 3 heats, forgive me, in this event. And therefore, we do tend to see, when there's less swimmers, a much bigger gap from front to back. And that's what is panning out right now, with in lane Southern, the Spencer athlete, El Reedy, alongside the Marlin, Kathy Bidnall. And they are a good 5 body lengths or so ahead of the field. But there are often big age group gaps between them. 132 for Hoda El Reedy, 134 Kathy Bidnall. Linda Rees touches home third, 142 and 143 for Amanda Doyle. Let's see, Rose Dudney, 78 years young. Another of our 2 Mid-Sussex Marlins, in fact, in this heat, alongside Kathy Bidnall. And then Marianne Davey for the home club of Crawley. So she'll have spent the most time in this water of those in the pool. And then we'll see 2 more heats. But we shall first welcome Marianne home. And she'll touch the wall. Go on, give it a good whack, Marianne. 2:29.80, there we go. This is heat number 2. A full 8 in the water for our second heat. They are Lindsay Edwards for South Downs Trojans, Sarah Davison for Mid-Sussex, Katrina Farrell for Basildon and Phoenix, Deborah Startin for Dover Lifeguards, Elizabeth Wells for City of Canterbury, Andrea Coombs for Farnham, Kelly Stocker for Swim Bournemouth, and Ali Price for Bridgend. Back they come, and it's a fight between 4. Wells, Coombs, Stocker and Price. All the action from lanes 5 to 8. And in the yellow swim cap, just stretching away right at the end, Elizabeth Wells. Well done, 1:16.86 for the win for the City of Canterbury swimmer. Close stuff though. Ali Price second, Andrea Coombs, and then Kelly Stocker. Good racing, ladies, well done. One more heat to come in our 100 back. This is heat number 3. Last of the heats in our 100 backstroke. You got Tori Fielding for Dover Lifeguards, Gina Hobson for Mid Sussex Marlins, Dawn Palmer for Hornchurch, Jess Shaw for Otter. You got 2 South Downs Trojan teammates in Joe Corbin and Emily Quick in 5 and 6. Laping for Otters in Southern, and Kirrilies Hansford, City of Oxford, is in lane number 8. And I've barely said the names, and already in lane 4, Jess Shaw for Otters is absolutely flying. And she already will not be caught in this race. She is just her versus the clock. In second place in 5, Joe Corbin, one of our South Downs Trojans. These girls are in separate age categories, so they're racing against not really each other, but just themselves. 1:02.29 for Jess Shaw, cracking stuff. And Joe Corbin, 1:08.04, wonderful. Of the rest, the best was Dawn Palmer, 1:12.49. Well done, Dawn, representing Hornchurch. This is event number 5, the Open Male 100 Breaststroke. It's heat number 1. Another nice message coming in on YouTube. That is, good luck, Dad. You're going to smash it. Love you from Leia, Isla, Heidi and Mummy. Excellent. Mark is racing, or should I say Dad is racing in event 7, heat 7. So probably 20 minutes or so away. So hang on in there, kids. Heat 1 of our 100 breaststroke. Logan YJ for King's Cormorant is in lane number 2. John Darby for City of Oxford in 3. Paul Catherall for Ruislip in 4. David Norwood for Medway Maritime in 5. Alistair Gibb for Team Luton in 6. And Timothy O'Brien for City of Southampton is in lane number 7. And back they come. I'm just going to check something on a team name. Ah, there we go. It's Ruislip Northwood Masters is the full name. So, who's going to take the win out of Norwood and Gibb? It is Medway Maritime versus Team Luton. It will be the former. Well done, David. 135.71. And Alistair Gibb, 136.57, less than 1 second between your top two. Logan YJ was third, also sub 140. This is heat number 2. Competing in Heat 2 are Bracknell Steve Hartley, Chichester's Marcus Robst, Team Angliers Chris Hunter, Southdown Trojans Andrew Greaves, Croydon Amphibians Adam San Juan, West Whites Stuart Galvin, Red Hill and Reigate's Graham Allison, and Royal Tunbridge Wells Masters Richard Gardner. Keep the messages coming in online. Just let me know who you're supporting and where you're watching from. And if you know what heat they're in, even better. Otherwise, I'll try and find them on the list and make a little note. And I'll read out the messages again when they swim. Or at least I'll do my best to. Stuart Galvin in lane 6. Looks to be in charge, the West White swimmer. Touches zone 121.29 ahead of Richard Gardner, the RTW master, and Graham Allison. It's quite often, isn't it? We're seeing a lot of the action on our near side. Maybe the pool slopes this way. Well done, guys. One more heat to come. And this is it, heat number 3. Just had a good luck come in for Adam SJ, who was in lane 5, heat 2. So, just making sure I get everything in. There's a couple coming up as well. Had another good luck, Daddy Ollie Jeffries in event 7. So I'll read that out when I get there, Mary Stanley and Grace. For now, heat 3, Nigel Vickers for Rushmore Royals, Andrew Brearley for Didcot and Barramundi, Cian Hodge for Croydon Amphibians, Henry Goodlud for Woking, Neil Morton for Kidlington, David Kent for Woking, Mark Alderman for Newbury, and Barry Stewart for Portsmouth North Sea. And I'm going to use the word commanding to describe this swim from Henry Goodlud, because he's left the pool in his wake. Wow, 105.17, that is brilliant, crikey. Best of the rest in 5, Neil Morton, 1:14 is still a great time. And third place, 1:15, Cian Hodge. Well done, guys. That wraps up the Open Male 100 Breaststroke. Girls are back up again next. They'll compete in the same event. This is the female 100 breaststroke, heat number 1. So 3 competitors in our first heat. There will be, 5 heats. A well-populated event, the female breaststroke. We do have up first Marianne Davey for Crawley, and then Lewis teammates Teresa Stringer and Trixie Nisbet. Now Teresa and Marianne are direct competitors, same category, same age group. Trixie Nisbet is racing the clock. She will no doubt use those in the pool. Now, unfortunately, it looked like Marianne thought she was done there, and she's swimming freestyle. So we'll wait and see. Teresa Stringer and Trixie Nisbet, the teammates, they'll have swum many lengths together, I'm certain. And now not much separating them into the final 25. Some more messages coming in. Thank you very much for sending those. I'm going to try and read them out at exactly the right time. Trixie Nisbet will take our first heat in the 200 breast. 2 minutes. Bang on, 0.6. That would have been nice to go sub 2, wouldn't it? 2:02 for Teresa Stringer and 2:03 Marianne Davey. This is heat number 2. We do have a message of good luck in this heat. It's for Helen Barrios, representing Royslip Northwood Masters, and the Timeless Media account says, best of luck to Helen, you can do this. Also in the heat, Denise Humphreys in lane 2 for Godalming, Shona Faulkner for South Downs Trojans, Caitlin Trevor for Kingston Royals, in 5 Helen Barrios, in 6 Claudine Day for Redhill and Reigate, and in 7 Claire Moore representing Bracknell. And it is Claire Moore that will lead at the 50-metre mark. It's a lovely day if you're watching online in West Sussex. And it's meant to be like this for the entire afternoon as well. And if you're new to the area and you've got a bit of a break at lunch, the path outside the front of the glass window we can see there. That will take you all the way to a lovely lake. If you want to go for a walk through the woods, fully recommended, up to Tilgate. In the heat, lane 7, Claire Moore will lead from start to finish, 1:49.75. And Helen Barrios in second. There'll be some cheers from Timeless Media. And Shona Faulkner, 1:51.6, half a second back, takes third place in the heat. Three heats to come in event number 6. This is heat number 3. Taking part in our third heat, Alison Cowie for Basildon and Phoenix, Tanya Barnes for Dover Lifeguard, her teammate Vicky Rowley in 3 next door, Nicola Court for Havant and Waterlooville in 4, Bracknell's Bridget Bewick in 5, Jazz Strudwick for Dorking in 6, Victoria Avery for Cranley in 7, and Wickham District's Sam Usher is in lane number 8. So I've seen some cracking times already, but this might beat them all. Jazz Strudwick, the Dorking swimmer, 1:25.12, lovely stuff. Much tighter behind Sam Usher, Victoria Avery and Bridget Bewick will be 2, 3 and 4. Only about 3 seconds to separate the trio. Next up, Nicola Court, Vicky Rowley, Tanya Barnes and Alison Cowie. We'll close out our third heat. 1:25, new fastest time to beat. This is heat number 4. We are watching Fiona Wiggins, the Crystal Palace Master swimmer, Gabriella Soon, the Croydon Amphibian, Amanda Heath representing Spencer, Anne-Marie Adams for Medway Maritime, Nicola Bushell for City of Canterbury, Trinity Payne for Dover Lifeguards, Rachel Thomas for Didcot and Barramundi, and Louise Brass for Medway Maritime. And this is going to be a very close finish, probably the closest we've had so far. Let's have a look. Who takes this out of the three? It is by 1/100th of a second only. Rachel Thomas over Louise Brass. Wow. The Didcot and Barramundi swimmer over Medway Maritime. And in third place, a few tenths back only, Nicola Bushell. That's what we want to see. This is heat number 5. We have got in heat 5, our last heat of this event. Rhiannon Elston for Portsmouth Northsea. Ellie MacDonald, City of Oxford. Helen Gorman, City of Cardiff. Vicky Payne for Gloucester. Naomi Vides for Poole. Maya Harris for West Suffolk. Lei Ping for Otter. And Amanda Goodman for Basildon Phoenix. There's been a reprieve for the Vet 35 or Vet 30 category. Hot favourite Hannah Knightley will not be in attendance. Feeling a little under the weather, or maybe giving everybody else a chance. That's quick. 1:12.98 for Vicky Payne. Cracking work. 1:14.38 for Naomi Vides. And Maya Harris, 1:17. Oh, also Helen Gorman, 1:17. Yeah, these are getting great fun now. Well done, ladies. That's heat 5 of 5 done in event 6. Shortly on to event number 7, and this is the open male 100 metre freestyle. There will be a whopping 9 heats. This is heat number 1. And a shout out has just come in for the Kingston Royal team members, Jessica Graham, Dylan Conway, Dave Pethers and Caitlin Trevor. That comes from the aforementioned Hannah Knightley under her cup of Lemsip under the covers. Right, these will be rapid now, I imagine. Other than the 50 frees for the boys and girls, these will be our next fastest races. We've got the open male 100 free and then the female 100 free. These will be fantastic. There's 9 in the men's and 6 in the women's. And as we go through these, we will get very close and under the minute mark, I imagine, fairly comfortably. Who's going to win the first one? Marcus Robst, 1:12.65. Good way to start. Paul Bruce, 1:14, as is Daniel O'Connell. 1500s between second and third. So the Chichester man takes heat 1. And I'll tell you what, it is getting hot in here. This is heat number 2. Second heat of the 100 free. Timothy Waters for Beckenham, Timothy O'Brien for City of Southampton, Roger Startin for Dover Life, David Champ for King's Cormorant, Adam San Juan for Croydon Amphibians, Richard Pavitt for Bracknell, Paul Reynolds for Faversham, and Mark Strakosch for Berkhamsted. So we've seen a 112. And we'll keep chipping away at that. And the first man to chip away will be Richard Pravitt. And we'll go sub 110 straight away in heat 2. 107, a lot quicker than 110, wasn't it? 109, Mark Strakosch. And Adam San Juan, 110. They're your top 3. A couple of non-starters in heat number 2. This is heat number 3. You are watching Mark Sawyer for Dover Lifeguards, Vittorio Verasco for Aaron Tridents, Stephen Brain for Mid Sussex, Graham Allison for Redhill and Reigate, James Bradford for Bracknell, Matthias Kikas for Hackney, Russell Carter for Teddington, and Nigel Vickers for Rushmore Royals. Best of them, Russell Carter, the Teddington swimmer, going to be joining the Vet 50s next year. Super swim, nicely done, 103.9, another 4 seconds taken off our fastest thus far. Joined very closely behind by Nigel Vickers, James Bradford and Matthias Kikas, all 105 or better. Only going in one direction, this. This is heat number 4. A message of support in this heat for Mark Ross. Good luck, Dad, you're going to smash it. Love you from Leia, Isla, Heidi and Mummy. Well, here he is in lane number 3, the Medway Maritime swimmer. Also in the water, Richard Reed for Alton and District, Neil Bradfield for Chichester, Kieran Elef for City of Oxford, Russell Clash for Basingstoke, Ben Titchener for Didcot and Barramundi, Martin Greenback for Way Valley, and Andrew Brearley for also Didcot and Barramundi. They've got a good team, haven't they? I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Here we go then. In 4, Kieran Elif leads the way just over Russell Clash. Tied third, Mark Ross and Ben Titchener. Of course, I'm ignoring age groups here, just say it as I see it. Top swim, 102s for Elif and Clash. Third place for Mark Ross. There will be cheers from Leia, Isla, Heidi and Mummy. And just outside the top 3, Ben Titchener. This is heat number 5. More good luck being sent the way of Ollie Jeffries. Good luck, your smash hit love Mary, Stanley and Grace. Ollie's in lane number 7 here, the Basingstoke swimmer. And also we had good luck to Sam Batchelor, who is in lane 1. And that came from... I'm going to run out of time. But there was good luck. Oh, it was from Gemma. Arthur and Ralph are watching from Hastings. They're supporting their dad, Sam. Here we go. And all the Seagull swimmers just in time. And then Chris Millard will close out the heats. How quick are we going to go? Sub 1 minute? Yes, by a mile. 57.86. Great work. Joined by Paul Allen also. So we have broken that barrier. Then from Medway Maritime and Boston. Well done, guys. Third place was Peter Long. Not far outside sub 60. So just a bit of work being done on the lane rope in lane number 1. Got a little bit loose. Oh, you're live on the YouTube stream. The pressure's on. Ah, we don't want it all wiggly like that. I've got 2 involved now. That's looking better. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Righty tighty. Well done. Excellent. No, not done yet. And then he's off surfing. Taking the pedal board down to Tilgate Lake. Oh no, I think we're good. Let's do it. This is heat number 6. You are watching Giacomo Radielli for AC East London. Juvengis Putans for Bracknell, Tyler Hobson for City of Oxford, Levi Atwell for Dover Lifeguards, NS Chandler for Dorking, Chris Hopton for Camden Swiss Cottage, Bryn Hughes for Basingstoke, and John Etherington for Wickham District. Now, I wonder if the family are still watching in Italy for Giacomo Raggielli. Vicky, his sister, was watching from Bath. Mum and Dad were watching in Italy. I hope they are watching because he's doing very well. He's going to take the win. 59.28, takes it by 200. Well done. Very close. John Etherington, 200s back. And there is your winner. Third place, Bryn Hughes, 1 minute 0.75. This is heat number 7. Do have a disqualification to bring you. It is for event 6, which was the female 100 breaststroke, heat 1, lane 3. So event 6, heat 1, lane 3, technical infraction. Taking part in heat 7, Neil Morton for Kidlington, Tomas Dobricki for Didcot and Barramundi, Sean Friend for Dover Lifeguards, Andrew Brooks for Greenwich Royals, Josh Parker for Basingstoke, Sam Delatouche for Erithon District, Conor Lowry for Dover Lifeguards, and Yijit Guven for Borough of Newham. Oh, it's a blanket finish. No, it's not, because in 6, Sam Delatouche gets home first. All of those, look at that, they're 57s. Everything from 1st to 7th in 57 seconds and change. Brilliant. Wins it by 1/10 of a second over Andrew Brooks. This is heat number 8. Penultimate heat in the 100 free for the open male competition. Rodri Humphreys for Royal Navy, Kevin Pickard for Brighton Dolphins, Hugh Jones for Bracknell, Ben Reed for Dorking, his teammate Campbell Walford next door, Andrew Tigvika for AC East London, Spencer Turner for Basingstoke, and Cameron Winchcombe for Wickham District. Here they come. 5 in a line from lane 1 to lane 8 to the 3 in the middle. Can't call it. Again, we'll get a flurry of times. Again, it's lane 6. 55.01. Takes it by 1400s from Rodri Humphreys. And Ben Reed in third. Again, 400s only back. Slim margins in the 100 free. This is heat number 9. could be the quickest of the lot. Heat 9, our last heat in this event. Dan Walker for Crawley, Stuart Williscroft for Chichester, Charles Messenger for Hackney, Mark Tuddenham for Woking, James Vick for Erith and District, James Wardle for Kenilworth, Sean North for Guildford, and Martinus Marks for Crawley. Look at this, excellent stuff. Leading the way, Williscroft in 2. Good turn in 4 for Mark Tuddenham. Likewise for James Wardle in 6. Those 3 will lead it home, but it will be lane 4, Mark Tuddenham. How quick, 53.75. Quickest time of the lot, as it should be. Well done, Mark, the Woking representative. And now we do the same again with our female competition. Next event is the female 100 metre freestyle. This is heat number 1. There will be 6 heats in this event. We are starting off with Tony Lehman for Lewis in lane 1, Marianne Davey for Crawley in 2, Trixie Nisbet for Lewis in 3, Caitlin Trevor for Kingston Royals in 4, Amanda Doyle for King's Cormorant in 5, Fiona Wiggins for Crystal Palace Masters in 6, Tiggy Wood of Lewis in 7, and Nicola Court of Havant and Waterlooville in lane number 8. And it will be a standout swim and win in lane number 8 for Nicola Court, representing Havant and Waterlooville. Well done, 1:19.72. Cited for 2nd and 3rd. Fiona Wiggins just holding off Tiggy Wood, 1:25 and 1:26. All of those girls in Tiggy Wood's in a separate age category. In fact, and Fiona Wiggins and Nicola Court, all separate age groups. And Amanda Doyle, 4th place, again, new age group. And finally, Tony Lehman will come home 7th, and that just leaves Marianne Davey, the home swimmer and Crawley representative, will close out heat number 1 for us. Well done again to Nicola Court. This is heat number 2. This is heat number 2. In the water, Stephanie Kemp for Eastbourne, Jess Hindle for Dover Lifeguards, Helen Andrews for South Downs Trojans, Viv Jones for Seagulls, Catherine Hartle for City of Sheffield, Elizabeth Shaw for Otters, Kate King for Wickham District, and Claire Proctor for Barnet Copthall. Again, looks like lane number 8 this time. Claire Proctor. I'd love to have collected some stats on lane wins, because I don't think it's just me. We do get a lot of action down here in lanes 1, 2 and 3. 1:10.65 for Claire Proctor. Well done, Claire. Second place will be all 1:16s. 900s between second, third and fourth. Kate King got it, and Stephanie came third, just ahead of Elizabeth Shaw. There's your winner. Put in the effort for that one. Heat number 3. From lane number 1, Nuala Muir-Cochrane for South Downs Trojans, Nicola Wright for Crawley, Susie Knott for Lewis, Sarah Mercer for South Downs Trojans, Charis Palmer for Kidlington, Harriet Wharton for Teddington, Teresa Sewell-Teague for Rushmore Royals, and Laura Cook representing Bracknell. Three in the chase for the heat win. Laura Cook in 8, Harriet Wharton in 6, and Charis Palmer in lane number 5. Who's got the strongest finish? Looks like Harriet Wharton. She will touch home first. Well done, Harriet. Representing Teddington. Then Laura Cook for Bracknell and Charis Palmer for Kidlington. This is heat number 4. taking part in Heat 4. Eloise Trevis for Didcot and Barramundi. Zoe Hasty for Rushmore Royals. Laura Kerrigan for Crystal Palace Masters. Alison Fordham for Bishop Stortford. Karen Jendon for Bracknell. Stacey Jo Richards for Didcot and Barramundi. Trinity Payne for Dover Lifeguards. And Jazz Strudwick representing Dorking. Quickest starter, 31.65 to halfway. That's pretty quick, isn't it? Stacey Jo Richards, one of two Didcot and Barramundi teammates in the heats. Followed very closely by Karen Jendon, representing Bracknell. Going to be 107-ish. 107s for the pair. Richardson Jendon separated by 0.7. But Stacey Jo, quick start and held on. This is heat number 5. Not hanging about, are we? Louise Brass is in 1 for Medway Maritime. Jessica Graham for Kingston Royals in 2. Steph Barron for South Downs Trojans in 3. Laura Fenwick for City of Oxford in 4. Gina Hobson for Mid Sussex Marlins in 5. Kelly Stocker for Swim Bournemouth in 6. Then City of Oxford teammates, that makes 3 of them in total. Kirrelise Hansford and Ellie MacDonald. MacDonald looks like she's serving up a win from heat number 8. Gina Hobson, closest competitor, put a body length back in the centre in 5. So the City of Oxford will take at least one of the top 3 spots. It's a 103, lovely stuff for MacDonald. Hobson 104 and Graham 106. And they all come in sub 110. Cracking stuff. There's confirmation of those times. This is heat number 6. Final heat in event 8. We've got Amy Hodgson for Woking, Morvan Adams for Guildford City, Laura Hibbert for Hillingdon, Basingstoke in lane 4, 5 and 6 with Sarah Hunt, Fleur Turner and Alex Espinassi. Dorking's Tilly Loney in 7 and Thanet's Stephanie Selsby in 8. And for the first time in what seems like a while, lane 4 is leading. That's kind of the way it should be-ish. Lots of caveats in that though. However, on this occasion, Sarah Hunt will lead the way towards the line into the red portion of the lane ropes. Last few metres, 1 minute and 18. We saved the best until last. The Basingstoke swimmer on top before Morvan Adams and Fleur Turner. And now we're going to dip all the way down to the 50 metres. We've come from 4s to 2s to 1 to 50. Kick off with the backstroke open male competition. That'll be followed by the female. So we'll have 13 heats in total between both categories. Then we go 50 breaststroke. And we close with the 200 fly. What a way to lead yourself into lunch, eh? Earn it. Our next event, event 9, is the open male 50 backstroke. This is heat number 1. So to clarify, this is going to be a one-man swim in the 100-metre freestyle in the open male competition. Paul Reynolds representing Faversham, and then after this we'll get on to the 50 backstroke heats. I've not had confirmation why we've got Paul swimming here, but there will be a very good reason. So what we'll do on the way back, because who likes to swim solo at a meet? Nobody really. So we'll make him feel very welcome and make him feel like he's not alone. So on his last 10 metres or so, let's just put our hands together and give him a cheer as he comes back. So well done, Paul. Swimming solo in the 100-metre freestyle. And that was pretty quick as well, 1:11.7. Maybe he just likes the limelight. And he got some. Well done, Paul. So if I'm not mistaken, we will now have the open male 50 backstroke, of which there will be 9 heats. This is the open male 50-metre backstroke, event 9, heat number 1. In heat 1, We have Derek Parr for Broomfield, Lee Curtis for Brighton Dolphins, and Peter Vida representing Otter. A combined age of 240 only. I won't tell you who's what. Well done, Peter. 50.8, 51, 77 for Derek and Lee. 55, and a tiny, tiny bit of spare change. This is heat number 2. You're watching Paul Sims, Paul Bruce, Roger Billing, David Sheed, Keith Parkin, Anthony Corbin, Godfrey Admonds and Richard Pavitt. Richard Pavitt, all the way towards the wall, 37.29. Lovely stuff. Also sub 40, is Anthony Corbin and Godfrey Admonds. As your winner. Made it look pretty easy. This is heat number 3. In the water, Phil Atwood, Tyler Hobson, James Bradford, Simon Haller, Alan Parkins, Sean Herdman Grant, Chris Proctor and Adam Harper. Tyler Robinson in lane 2 going particularly well. The City of Oxford swimmer, he'll take this win. At a canter, 32.13.6 ahead of Chris Proctor and Sean Hardman Grant for Basingstoke, bang on 34 seconds. This is heat number 4. from lane number 1. Nick Skinner, Andrew Burbidge, Tom Parry, Ollie Jeffries, Matt Taylor, Chris Harbour, Josh Mills and Peter Walczynski. All down the bottom, Mills and Walczynski, 1 and 2. Well, it looked like less than 0.3 of a second, but that's what the timing says. So Josh Mills takes it. Third place was on the far side, Nick Skinner. Good time there in lane 1, 33.41. There's your results if you're watching online on screen. Two heats to come. This is heat number 5. From the top, Dean Blackman, Kai Yen, Eric Che, John Fitzgerald, Andrew Squires, Martin Sartoris, Dan Amphlett, Andrew Higgs and Hugh Jones. Looking good in 3. John Fitzgerald absolutely flying. Back comes Andrew Higgs in Southern. Won't take it away from John though, 29.57. First time we've seen go sub 30 seconds. And just 100th of a second between Higgs and Amphlett for second and third. Everything has got to go right. One more heat in the event. And then the females will do likewise in their 50 back. This is heat number 6. So can we go again, sub 30? We've had 1 so far. Having a go, Kevin Pickard, Caden Guet-Smith, James Wardle, Joe Northover, Liam Small, Adam Toy, Stuart Willis-Croft and Alexander Edge. The answer is yes, we will, by some. Joe Northover, 26.49. That's excellent. Liam Small, 27.58. And in fact, 9 of the 10, 7 of the 8 were at K2. Sub 30 seconds. Absolutely smashed it, boys. Well done. At the Camden Swiss Cottage swimmer, Joe Northover will take the fastest time of the event. Now over to the girls. Event number 10 is the female 50-metre backstroke. This is heat number 1. From lane 1, we have Jane Asher. For King's Cormorant, Marianne Davey for Crawley, Caitlin Trevor for Kingston Royals, Linda Rees for Ruislip, Denise Humphreys for Godalming, Vicky Rowley for Dover Lifeguard Club, Kathy Bidnell for Mid Sussex Marlins, and Carolyn Franklin for South Downs Trojans. All about Franklin though in 8. One of our Trojans, the well-supported Trojans I must say. Kathy Bidnell and Vicky Rowley. They're your top 3. It's all going from 8 across to 1 at the minute. Might get the full sweep of reverse order here. We're very close indeed. And just like the male competition, oh no, we've got 4 heats as opposed to the 6 in the men's, in the female. This is heat number 2. This is heat number 2. You are watching Susie Knott, Bridget Bewick, Sarah Davison, Gail Henry, Harriet Wharton, Helen Kewell, Lizzie Guinea and Deborah Startin. Lizzie Guinea will lead into the final 5 metres, and it's hers to lose here. Helen Kewell trying to come back, but 35.73 good enough. 36 and 37 for Helen Kewell and Deborah Startin. But it's the Didcot and Barramundi swimmer who will take our second heat. Two down, 2 more to come. This is heat number 3. From 1, Katrina Farrell, Zoe Hasty, Elizabeth Wells, Andrea Coombs, Riley Flick, Gina Hobson, Tori Fielding and Lucy Metcalf. Metcalf has gone out like a train. The Croydon amphibian, just 20 years of age, one of the youngest swimmers here today. 32.25, lovely stuff. Fastest time through 3 heats, there's 1 more to come. Riley Flick in 2nd and Gina Hobson is 3rd. One more heat and then we'll move on to the breaststroke event. Open male followed by female. First up though, this is heat number 4. having their last chance in this heat. Lucy Rodwell, Laura Kearns, Jo Corbin, Jessica Shaw, Michelle Ware, Emily Quick, Laura Hibbard and Sarah Hunt. Well, Jessica Shaw is not hanging around. 29.33. Crikey. Michelle Ware 31, Jo Corbin 33, but Jessica Shaw took that event by the scruff of the neck and said, there you go. Brilliant. Now we will move back to the gents for their last specific open male race is of this session. This is event 11, the open male 50 metre breaststroke, 6 heats. This is heat number 1. Off we go then, 4 competing in heat 1. Got Logan YJ for King's Cormorant in 3, Keith Parkin for Barnet Copthall in 4, Royslip Northwood, Paul Catherall in 5, and Beckenham's Timothy Waters is in 6. On the return leg, it is Logan YJ, the King's Cormorant, youngest in the pool at only in the 55-year age group. 42.80, 44, 45 and 46 for Waters, Catherall and Parkin. So a fairly confident win there. Well done, Logan. This is heat number 2. You're watching Stephen Brain, Tibor Savari, David Norwood, Steve Hartley, Dan Bromley, Dave Pethers, Tim O'Brien and Carl Reitenbach. And you are watching Daniel Bromley take a heat win in 37.19. Great stuff. 1.8 back Dave Pethers, and just outside 41 Steve Hartley. That's your 1, 2, 3 in heat number 2. Didcot and Barramundi, Daniel Bromley, the new time to beat, 37.19. This is heat number 3. This time, Mark Sawyer, Marcus Robst, Andrew Greaves, Adam San Juan, Martin Greenbank, Ollie Jeffries, Matthias Kikes and Stuart Galvin. Always seems to be a standout winner in these opening heats, doesn't there? This time, Stuart Galvin, the West White swimmer, takes it by about 1.5 seconds over Ollie Jeffries and Matthias Kikes. We can just about see if he's got a smile on his face. I imagine so. Heat number 4. Paul Leone in 1, followed by Chris Millard, Kieran Elif, Mark Alderman, Sam Batchelor, Mike Jones, Tyler Hobson and Josh Parker. Two men in this race, Chris Millard in the pink cap in lane number 2, and in 8, Josh Parker in the black cap will be the former Millard, 33.83. And in fact, Mark Alderman came back strong for second place in 34.99, pipping Parker to second over third. There's your winner though. And that's a big chunk of fastest time we've just taken off. This is heat number 5. Barry Stewart, Ian Stott, David Kent, Levi Atwell, Andrew Brealey, Bryn Hughes, Juventus Putans and Cian Hodge are in the water. And look how close this is. It's going the way of Cian Hodge, unless anybody can have a very, very strong last few strokes. It will be Cian, the Croydon Amphibian. Well done, sir, 33.63, very close to the fastest time set through 5 heats. Bryn Hughes and Andrew Brealey, second and third, just outside 34s. This is heat number 6. Final heat, Neil Morton, Dan Amflett, Cameron Winchcombe, Henry Goodlad, Matt Rogers, James Vick, Michael Hodgson and Sam Delatouche. Here's a good race, look at this. 3, 4 and 5, Winchcombe, Goodlad and Rogers. It'll go the way of the latter. On the touch, yes it does, all of them sub 30, excellent. That is what we want to see. Matt Rogers, 29.29, very, very nice. Some of these final heats have been brilliant, haven't they, in each event. Event 12 is the female 50-metre breaststroke. This is heat 1. There are going to be 7 heats in the female 50 breast, and then we'll have 2 heats of the mixed 200 fly. So just 9 heats remaining in this session before you can grab some lunch. Then I'll bring you up to speed on the warm-up times for that second session of the event. In the water, Tony Lehman, Rose Dudney, Teresa Stringer and Trixie Nisbet. All in blue swimming caps. The main reason for that, 3 of them are from Lewis. And the Mid-Sussex Marlin, Rose Dudney, also in blue. 55 seconds, 0.25 for Trixie Nisbet. Well done, Trixie. Teresa Stringer, 56.68. And also sub 1 minute is Rose. Tony, 106. This is heat number 2. You are watching Shona Faulkner, Marianne Davey, Claudine Day, Denise Humphreys, Helen Berrios, Caitlin Trevor, Alice Childs and Alison Cowie. Well done to Alice Childs, 49.63. And 50.18 for Shona Faulkner. Alison Cowie comes in 3rd place, 51.56. This is heat number 3. In the water, Teresa Silty, Claire Moore, Kate King, Jessica Graham, Vicky Rowley, Stephanie Kemp, Susie Knott and Tanya Barnes. In the middle and in front, that is Jessica Graham. And that's an almighty win, really. That's 3 body lengths, 38.79. She may have been a few heats further down the list. Second for Silty and Stephanie Kemp in 3rd. This is heat number 4. Eloise Trevis in lane 1. And Nicola Court, Bridget Bewick, Nicola Wright, Victoria Avery, Emily Quick, Laura Cook and Cherie Bailey. Far side, Eloise Trevis. And on the near side in Southern, Laura Cook. They'll be first towards the wall. It will be, just Laura Cook, 41.29. The Bracknell swimmer over Eloise Trevis by 0.08 of a second. This is heat number 5. Amanda Heath, Samantha Usher, Fiona Wiggins, Amelia Greenback, Gabrielle Soon, Karen Jendon, Rachel Thomas and Lucy Metcalf. Metcalf storming home, the Croydon Amphibian. Surely new fastest time. Yeah, 38.15, cracking stuff, 40.17 for Jendon. And Rachel Thomas, 40.55. So wins it by 2 seconds, Lucy Metcalf. That is impressive stuff. This is heat number 6. Penultimate heat of this penultimate event. Sharon Birchall, Ali Price, Anne-Marie Adams, Louise Brass, Laura Kearns, Trinity Payne, Laura Hibbert and Amanda Goodman. Close one again. In lane 1, Sharon Birchall. In lane 5, Laura Kearns. It'll be Kearns, won't it? Yeah, 38.87. 2 of them go sub 40. You're joined by Sharon Birchall. And third place was Ali Price, just outside sub 40. Smiles for our winner. This is heat number 7. Lei Ping, Maya Harris, Helen Gorman, Naomi Vides, Vicky Payne, Carla King, Rhiannon Elston and Sarah Hunt. Top stuff, 33s, look at that. Naomi Vides and Vicky Payne, half a second between them, but so far ahead of the rest of the event. Brilliant. Maya Harris, best of the remaining swimmers in a 36. One more event to come. This is the mixed 200 meter butterfly. 2 heats, this is heat number 1. So in our first heat of this war of attrition in the 200 fly, rather they than I, got Paul Reynolds for Faversham, Derek Parr for Broomfield, and Alistair Gibb for Team Luton. We will have 8 swimmers in heat number 2. All 3 of these gentlemen in 3 different age brackets. So just racing the clock, no direct competition other than a bit of pride for a heat win. And these 2 heats will conclude our first session. Just to bring you up to speed, the warm-up for session 2 begins at 1 p.m. There'll be 2 20-minute warm-ups. I've just forgotten who goes first. I'll find out for you. And then racing starts at 1:45 in session number 2 this afternoon. So getting closer to that finish line. Alistair Gibb is led from the off. And very unlikely to get caught. Derek Parr in second, 2:49. And Paul Reynolds will be roughly 8-9 seconds back of that. Here we come then, towards the end for Alistair Gibb. Another length to swim for Derek and Paul. Well done, Alistair. 3:34.26 for the Team Luton swimmer and a heat win. He's the youngster in that pool as well. Just a nipper. Derek Parr, 3:51. And Paul Reynolds needs to hit the wall a bit harder. 4:02, there we go, 4:02.68. Well done, guys. This is heat number 2. Heat number 2 in the water. South Downs Trojans in lanes 1 and 2 with Mark Franklin and Alessio Mancino. Crawley's Martinus Marks in 3. Maidenhead's James Blaby in 4. Woking's Mark Tuddenham in 5. City of Southampton's Matthew Nash in 6. Gloucester's Sandra Jones in 7. And Mid-Sussex Marlin's Sally Mills is in lane number 8. Now, James Blaby and Mark Tuddenham, not the first time today they've gone head-to-head. They have been superb, quick in every occasion. So this is no surprise at all to see them doing exactly the same again. Behind them, Martinus Marks, I make it 3rd position at the moment. Blaby leads by a smidge under 2 seconds from Tuddenham. Yeah, then Martinus Marks, and then it will be Matt Nash. So the central 4 in order. And this will close out our session number 1. Going to be a cracking time. Oh, it's getting closer at the end too. This is a lot tighter than expected. 2700ths of a second between Blaby and Tuddenham. It was a body length 50 metres ago. Martinus Marks will pick up 3rd place. He spent the entire 200 in that position. Matthew Nash will pick up 4th. A couple of still lengths to complete. There's Matt Nash in 4th, 2:39. But it's Woking over Maidenhead in the top 2 spots. Mark Franklin in 5th, 2:44. Then we'll see Alessio Mancino. A big old cheer for Alessio. Then we have Sandra Jones is home, but haven't seen a time for Sandra yet. And then we will have Sally Mills. That is why we have timekeepers to do backup times, you see. And our session will be concluded when Sally Mills touches home in 3:31.99. Well done, everybody. All events, all heats, all age groups. Congrats. Some great performances. Thank you to our officials down at poolside. Once the pool is clear, your work is all done. And come and get some well-earned lunch. The warm-up for session 2 begins at 1 p.m. It is currently 12:27, so half an hour until warm-up. 2 warm-ups of 20 minutes apiece, men and women's. Racing starts at 1:45, so enjoy your break for the time being. Thank you so much for joining us online. We'll be back for session 2. Racing starts 1:45.